Let's go.
Good shit.
Let's fucking go.
Teros.
Good fucking shit.
Nice, dude.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Good shit. Hey, I gotta send this to y'all, bro.
Yeah, capture that.
It's going to be interesting to see if we actually do see boats become a big factor inside this. We haven't had the circle pop up as of yet. Nova is kind of known for going towards Nova. You know, got the alliteration that goes with it. It's just kind of a running gag where they tend to drop at. Envy actually is opting into the exact same strategy that they did in that last round, where they're going Kamishki. Nobody actually dropped Kamishki, but they are pushing the Stolver area. And oh, it's okay, LANdooon. Nobody saw that. It's fine.
So
Secret's finally moving in, and they just don't have anywhere that they can go to because they were trying to land right on top of Nova.
yeah, LANdooon, and remember, they'd already managed to get the one knock here. LANdooon just creeping his way out there. Liquid and Secret pushing up along the side of him. You can see Secret coming around the side. This is the only compound they're going to go. LANdooon in the smoke. How does he manage to keep alive? He pops another smoke as well. Somehow just about stays in there. The second it dissipates. Now, is he going to get any help from his teammates? I don't think he will. You can see LANdooon on the side there. He's kind of the last man standing. The UAZ comes in. He could try and use that to his advantage and get ready for the smoke to clear.
All these throwables are going out. We're seeing nades drop everywhere. We're seeing flashbangs come out. You can see the smoke's coming out. LANdooon's just trying to figure out how he can get out of this. LANdooon is trying to light them up off to the side, but they're just content around playing around this UAZ, and that's going to make LANdooon eventually run out of stuff that he can use. So finally, he just busts out of the smoke, takes a spin on it, gets one down, but he can't get the second one.
So close between the two there. While that's happening,
I'm occupied at some point. Look, we have 3 different squads playing along this hillside right now. So it's all going to be about how they reposition and who gets line of sight on who first. And you can see Monkey lines up the shots on Nerf. They go a little bit wide, but they know exactly where he is. If he pokes his head up, they can just nail him.
and that's really dangerous for Vitality to allow this team in. The rest of Nova are going to be arriving, so they can't afford to have a squad on their backs because they're so exposed to this side of the hillside. It gives Nova a really good chance of Vitality under pressure. Now remember, they can't go over the other side of the hill because Optic are there. They can't go to the west because FaZe are there, and FaZe actually in danger. They're moving in. They're going to start taking a compound. They've decided the hills are a little too risky right now.
Wow, that is just a power play coming out from the guys at Nova. They just roll up in there trying to provide some support, but Monkey does get the down on it. Is this the moment where they decide to hard push on this? This could be very dangerous as the other guys from Nova are getting a high ground position behind it.
Optic are getting drawn to this. Optic are coming up over the hillside. They're starting to look towards Vitality and thinking, what's going on over here? Let's have a little peek over the hillside. As Nova get pushed, you can see they're coming around the side there. Nerf in all sorts of trouble. Shadow taking him down. Look up. One simple nade will force him out of there. It's just going to get tossed underhand. The rest of the team, there's the nade. You got nowhere to go. It's just a little smoke. Can he keep himself alive while the rest of the team survive? But there's Hipok. Here comes Optic over the hillside. They're taking shots on Vitality.
Meanwhile, the other guys from Nova are taking pot shots back down into him as well. They just don't have anywhere that they can get to. They're having to drop into Nova's car cover that they brought down beforehand just to try to survive.
Rockstays goes down as well, and Hipok's doing the work. Monkey gets dropped off. Vitality in all sorts of trouble. They tried to take the fight on themselves, but they've in the end been sandwiched between the two. LANdooon with the VSS just popping the free shots off into the back end of that shack.
And LANdooon is still alive through all of this. He's hiding inside the shack right now. He's listening to everything that's going on. As you see LANdooon start to push closer and closer, he can actually come out on this long-distance grenade coming through, just going inside the smoke. Is it going to connect into a good spot? Let's see, and yes, he does get one down.
LANdooon comes around the side. He tries to spray them down with a Tommy gun. Gunl instead, in the end, gets caught out there by Monkey. The nades continue to rain in. Richie pushes up. Optic is still coming up over the hill, so this is risky from Nova as well. They've only got 2 alive as they try and keep themselves in there. Vitality finally take over the shack, but Richie's going to keep on pushing the molly. This is not patch 14. It's not going to quite work out as well as they want.
They're trying to figure out how they're going to play around this. Meanwhile, Optic is just kind of listening into it. They pulled on the backside of it. That's going to allow Nova to play this a little bit more aggressive. You can see that Vitality is just trapped inside of here, but you don't want to overcommit. They jump out and go for the shots on it. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Now they're going to spin around the side of it. You can see Shadow drops down, but it's going to be Richie who gets the win.
Vitality down in 6.
It's really hard to navigate. It's really hard to move through just because you kind of slow down. Taro is coming out and playing this really aggressive. Come out finally on this, taking down Richie. So Totality is getting on the board with this, knocking out a squad.
So, let's take stock of the situation. Let's slow down a little bit. Oh, I don't know if we're going to get a chance to. Steezy's blasting in there on Envious. Nova go down. It's the 15th place for them overall. As
Indeed. LANdooon as well, doing something quite interesting as well. If we keep tabs on that towards Prison, there's a potential he might have a little look down there, see if we can spot something. There is a player in Prison currently. That's a split from the Knights, who do take over Mansion. They'll take over Shelter. That's their land normally. But I'm wondering if he's going to actually look for this, if he's going to go for a battle. I don't know what loot he's got. Again, quite split from the side. The rest of FaZe still trying to find their positioning.
I suppose it depends if Fox has left the doors open on the... there is the little building at the back. He hasn't, so he hasn't actually been up there.
But there is the other side house, the smaller house on the bottom floor of Prison.
There
again.
is.
There's plenty of ways. He could have even seen him crossing around.
I mean, there isn't really any need for him to go. He's got 2-2. All right, he's only got a level 1 bag,
Really
but he's
nice
running dual. That's what I mean. He's running dual AR, so what's the point in...
Seen him.
There we go. That's the spot. Now, the question is, for Nova, is this worth 12 points?
They're moving up on it.
But
they're already on the go. It's good updated loot. You know that Knights, okay, they're going to do their homework. You know the Knights split, right? You know there's going to be probably one in Mansion somewhere. You might have one off towards the eastern compound from Mansion. And you can lock and isolate players in Prison. It's very hard to transition away from it, and you know there's not going to be a trade kill coming back in anytime soon. If you can do a cheeky pickup like this, it's a very safe way of doing it. And this is what I mean by people having very static drops. You get red. You get very easily countered, and this is a big, big vulnerability. Now, Gemty's on the move. So Texas might get a bit of a call about that if that was heard. You might even hear it now, depending on where he is in the underground area. And yeah, they can just do this. They can get the couple of players who are on rotation from the south to position up on the rocks, and they're going to hold the back line. So that's one free pickup. But they need to be relatively quick, because if they take the time, the rest of the Knights could just fold towards it. Now, this is depending on if they want to do this, keep in mind. It does look like they're very much set on it, though.
They're going to set up on the rock side. They're not going to be inside the circle, so they're going to have further work to do. Meanwhile, an engagement does come across on the opposing side of the island down west. It's going to be your boy Dre will knock one member from Totality.
That's a big
That's
gun
actually
you want.
moving outside the chinky, so to speak.
8 times on the Car 98. That is valuable.
This is where it kind of becomes a bit problematic now. With that level of range, if he spots them up on top, because he is an elevated line of sight here, he might actually just be able to scaremonger them away from him.
Kramer's going to be coming across this now, so if Nova want to make their move, they need to make it fast. There's no... You can't stop anymore. Rotation should be locked out. The rest of Nova are going to move away, almost like a bait. Again, this plays in well for the one player who was waiting the whole single time. Land this shot, or this was all for nothing. Sprays him wildly, and... Oh, no, is that going to flip over?
That's it. He's tired.
That's so done for. Out of the car. Great control, great work. And the follow-up is going to be there. Brilliant upgrade for the Nova boys. You've got an 8 times Car 98. You've got loads of ammo. You've got a suppressor on the AR as well. That is the update you need. But dip. There's a nice dip here. You're okay in a dip at this point.
Just really quickly touch on Dig. They actually decided to go up north, go out of the circle, then rotate round. They've actually landed themselves in watertight. It's a lovely little play. Avoid the fights. Avoid any kind of engagements.
Oh, no. Scoom, poor
How
sweet Scoom.
much of a nuisance has Nova been in this game? Good God, this is 2
aggressive.
teams.
I really like it. The way they play towards FaZe in Prison, taking over there, they're like, all right, we see another player, let's go have him. But you don't want to overextend here. There's so many teams alive. There's still 16 teams alive. But wait, are you kidding me, Nova? Have they just, they've just grouped up. All right, it's party time. They want it. All right, let's see what Scoom to do. You've got a 1v4, Scoom. Show me what you're made of here, buddy, because if they breach this hill, if they get over that, if they silhouette,
you've got to clutch it. I mean, what has he got in terms of...
He's 2-2'd up,
in terms of gears, 2-2, fair enough. I mean,
he's fine.
It's an M4. It's a good gun. It's not the greatest of guns. It could do with an AKM.
He's about to hear these steps. He knows they're close by. He lets off a shot or two, but now here comes the play. Good work on the one, but the instant trade. Richie does not let that go too far at all.
Liquid, 16th place. First team, Scoom, Gene, Samty, and Ibby.
Needs to hold the line. He needs to buy time on this revive coming in. We've got Nova going down. They have been eliminated. They were being the pests towards the back of FaZe, but FaZe stay alive.
Teetering, tethering on the edge. Papaya will finish Monkey. Araxe trying to get round the back of the corner. Secret, they're playing spoiler here.
Oh my God.
Evil Knievel. And they're all still alive.
Well, for now, there could be some real trouble on the other side. We have the wildcard gaming side, or at least what's remaining of them here. And no, not like this.
That's a feels bad, man, because Mexi's just finished him after it.
No. Eyes are on phase here. You don't have long till that circle pushes you forward, and you've got to run into them. And look at this guy, geared to the teeth.
Helmet.
Level 3'd up, AK and Araxi. He's going for it. He's round the corner. He gets one. He eyes up the second, but oh, the trade's there! But the blue comes in! FaZe couldn't move fast enough. And last man standing, can you believe it? Nova!
Wow. Talk about playing spoiler and getting in a good position at the end. I mean, we saw where Nova was. They were chilling.
It wasn't actually FaZe that won, it was Nova. FaZe died to the circle. So it actually Nova that died because FaZe and Vitality, they got a chicken dinner, I just saw in the standings. So I was very, I didn't catch it. And then they put FaZe on the screen, so I was kind of, I was not sure. But it was Nova because they had one player on the northeastern side, and FaZe and Vitality, they fought. So it was actually Nova that won this last
Vitality got them low enough that they died off to the tick.
Yes, because the zone pushed them instantly, exactly.
Well, that's a turn out for the books for Nova. And actually, we have to say, big props to LANdooon today because he's graduating.
Yeah, I mean, what a great time to talk about it. LANdooon is out here, he's playing, they get themselves a chicken dinner. And on top of that, he's supposed to be at his high school graduation, walking, cap, gown, the whole 9 yards, but he said, nah, this is PUBG, this is Battle Royale. Who needs graduation ceremonies?
I feel like his parents should be very proud. Chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Why not? On your graduation day.
To about 25 HP. So his durability on his gear will be looking weak. 2 knocks now. Look at this, they're actually pushing for it. The knock comes down, the grenades will go through. Let's see how the flush went out. This one out. It's made it inside. He's round the corner, so it shouldn't do the day. He steps out at the wrong time, stands on a landmine. That's bad.
And now the push continues. They're not slowing down for a second. Nerfs there. This is looking like a disaster for Wildcard Gaming. He's going to try and make a mad dash for it. Evacuate the building because Nova are at the door. And that's going to be a confirmed kill towards Pride.
And let's take a look at this circle. Who has the prime position here? It's Nova. They've rotated all the way to the north. I love this place. They've taken up where Optic had gone from Residence. Optic have pushed forward, and Nova have noticed this, so they've just slipped in behind them. Knights again, still just chilling, hiding away, keeping inside the circle as well. Good God.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Optic and FaZe still in really good positioning. Knights have a couple of players there. Nova are dominant here. You've got to say, Nova really come alive today. They had a decent enough performance yesterday, but they weren't exactly lighting it up, but they're positioning so far. And look at the dominance, as you said. So much map control coming out towards the north. And they're not going to obviously give that up. They can hold anyone going slow side on this circle. That is really imperative.
So that's what they're doing. They're splitting the 4 and they're taking the extremities of the circle, because once you move up, obviously you get a slower side of the circle so you can follow the blue in, but it becomes a choke point. So expect on the chest and on the helm, pan on the backside, so they can take a fight if they need to. At least one of them can. Hetra still crawling around, hoping for some sort of ammunition, maybe some health. His teammate, though, Bauwacker's down. Nova, it's time for them to strike. This is their moment. They've been waiting all game. The UMP, they're all stepping up, and this is what I mean. As a whole team of 4, as a unit, that is going to come down upon all these little teams, all these individual stragglers.
Going into Milta at this point, we've got Dig, Adam that's still on the outside of that. Remember, he managed to sneak in. Abyss is trying to sneak in. We got Vitality that's really trying to take out Nova.
They have to move. They have to move, and they know Milta like the back of the hand. They've looted this for an entire year. Any battle in these buildings, they know every little nook and cranny, but it doesn't matter if you can't shoot. LANdooon, who pops the door and takes Shadow's head off.
All trying to center up, get a little bit better of mathematical chance that the circle will drop onto them. A lot of them are playing that far eastern area, but like you talked about, at a certain point, it leaves off to the side. LANdooon lining up some nice shots there and getting it down on a D-Master.
Yeah, Space Station Gaming, that's the coastline of Milta. I think they've forgot the game's not there anymore. They've got to go further north. But the coastline run from Space Station getting caught out. Nova, they've done pretty well this land, Nova. I mean, they did very well in the BYOC, got themselves second place in there. And they've been performing. They were really high. It's going to be the pan of death for D-Master. Oh no, the teabag too as well. It's just everything coming out. Poor old D-Master. This is one of your North American comrades, but he's going to get picked apart and taken down by the pan.
I'm willing to bet there was a couple of DMs after that one coming through. So we got our guys